Is rolling. Trash Talking Radio Tuesday night. It's the best night of the week sometimes. Not necessarily tonight. This is a new intro for us because the old intro didn't work for some reason. Well, Doug, how you doing? I'm glad to see you here. I was glad to see you last week. Okay, now we got sound issues. Darn it. What's going on now? Okay, see if I can figure out what the issues is here. It's not this one. Would have been the newest one. Check. 1, 2, test. All right, well, let's see what we can do here. See if we can have a show yet. Starting to think this is going to be a problem show by looks of things. Let's see if we can get things going. All right. Here we go. Can you hear me all right? Okay. All right. So we'll just jump into entertainment, I guess. It's a lot of news happening today, or this past week. One of which, Megadeth. We just talked about them the other week. They're going on their farewell album tour. That's something big. It says, "Don't be mad, don't be sad, be happy for all of us." They have to be going on 40 or 50, I would think. I would imagine that's pretty close to that, because they started. Well, I would think they start in the 70s, I believe. So they've got to be going on, 40 at least, maybe 50. What did we just do now? Let's say it says here, page unresponsive. I don't care. I don't care if the page is unresponsive. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna have all kinds of fun today. Says decades long run as one of the biggest metal groups in the world is coming to an end. They'll be hanging it up after one more album and an upcoming farewell tour in 2026. Just trying to see if it says that it was 16 studio albums, 5 of which have gone platinum. Megadeth released their first album, Killing Is My Business, and Business Is Good, in 85. They might not be as old as we think they are. Huh. Let me see if we got. Oh, I got us up and running now. Okay. Oh, no, I don't. Our page keeps disappearing where the video is supposed to be. All right, there we go. But when I try to get in, it says video can't be processed. So we're not able to watch our own show because there's issues. Yeah. Comment on our video. Well, that was from last week. Okay. Huh. I don't know what to do about this. This is really disturbing. I hate when things don't work. Okay, maybe I can get this working now. Looks like it's trying now. Let me see if I can get it now. Nope, still not getting it. What is going on with this? I can't get in the chat room. That's really weird. Let's see if I can get in it on the phone. If I can't get it on the phone, that means we're screwed. So I don't know what's going on here. Oops. Let's see. Doesn't. Okay. Okay. That's not it. Well, our picture's not showing. Why would that be? I don't even know if they can hear us. But our video is not working. Was live. Okay, that's why. That was a was. Okay. Starting to think this is just going to be the worst show ever. Oh, I cannot understand why this is doing this. Okay. 16 minutes. Is that it? Hello, check 1, 2. Says Rosalind. Okay. What is going on? Was live. So is it working or isn't it? I can't figure out if it's working or not. I can't figure out if anything's up or not. It says it's up, but it keeps saying isn't available. I wonder if it's available on YouTube. We could look at that. See if we can at least get something out of it. With reporter. Okay. Something's weird. Okay, YouTube. There it is. Okay. Now we'll see if it's working. Because when you were here, it worked fine. I mean, we still had a problem with the garbling. Okay. Next. Okay. Where's our show? I want to see our show. Starting to think that we're not working, but it's showing. Okay. Okay. For my Google. Okay. Okay. Google purchases. View your channel. There we go. So we're right there. Okay. Well, is that today? It's today. All right. Let me see here. Okay. Looks like it's working on YouTube. All right. Well, let's see if we can get this thing working now. Whatever reason it's not appearing to work on Facebook. And that's going to be processed. All right. Hey, we're in. All right. Something's working. All right. I don't know if anybody's there, but we are. Finally, something's working. Okay. That was painful. Are you still with me?
I'm still here.
All right. I heard your voice right. Now it's whatever the issue was, it's gone. Because I couldn't hear you. I was trying to figure out why it was doing that too. But hopefully we can get this thing. We can do this show now. All right. Here we go. So we talk about Megadeth announcing their final farewell tour. There's a bunch of Swiftie information too. Taylor Swift has had a lot of announcements this week. The first one is her studio album, The Life of a Showgirl, will appear on the New Heights podcast, co-hosted by her boyfriend, Travis Kelce. So that's going to be on, if it hasn't been on already.
It's been on.
Has it?
She
Okay.
announced it.
Okay.
But
Justice.
today there's an announcement.
What was the announcement? Well, it might be one of those announcements I have here. I've got like 4 announcements for her. The FTC filed a lawsuit against Maryland-based ticket resale company on Monday, alleging that the company broke federal law to obtain hundreds of thousands of tickets to Taylor Swift's Eras Tour and other major concerts and scalped them for millions of dollars in profit. In the lawsuit, the let's see here. I'm going to pull this lawsuit up here. In the lawsuit, where's it at? The filed in federal court on Monday, the FTC alleged that Key Investment Group violated the Better Online Ticket Sales Act, better known as the BOTS Act, to work around Ticketmaster to purchase. I guess there's purchase limits on Ticketmaster, and it worked around that so that you didn't have to have those purchase limits. And then they bought 380,000 tickets between 2022 and 2023, and they spent $57 million on tickets and resold them for $64 million. That's a pretty good deal. Not for Taylor Swift. I mean, the thing I like about Taylor Swift is she believes in fair ticket prices, and she hates those guys that go out there to scalp tickets. Because if those tickets weren't bought online, they're going to run out of tickets, and everyone's going to wonder how they're going to get tickets to see that, where they're going to have to pay an inflated price because they're going through this other place. So she is against that and doesn't want to have that kind of thing happen because she likes her fans. And that's one thing I like about her. She cares about her fans. So, and so I don't know. We'll see what happens with that lawsuit because they're only supposed to be able to buy so many tickets, and they figured a way to bypass that. It says here, Taylor Swift vinyl pre-orders sell out in minutes. She released 2 limited edition vinyl versions of her upcoming album, The Life of a Showgirl, and they vanished within minutes of the pre-order launch. So that could be interesting. I also have a new one that I just got today somewhere. Let me see if I got that. What's that? What was your story on her? I can't hear you. Uh-oh, I lost you somehow. Hold on. Okay, why don't I have you? Okay. That's weird. We're having weird issues. I cannot stand. Do a check. I'm not getting any of that. Okay, why is that? It's not going to take that. Why isn't it doing it? You sounded fine a while ago. Why did we lose you? Okay, let me think how this is working. Talk a little bit for me so I can figure out what's going on. Barely hear you. So why are we not hearing you? You were fine before. Oh, let me see if that has anything to do with it. Let's see here. Nope, that's not it. So why am I not getting sound from you? We had you before. What happened? Did you check your microphone on your computer? Make sure that, because I'm not getting anything. I was before. Yeah, I got nothing. I can hear you, but just barely. And they can't hear you at all. Do you want to call in again and I'll just hook it up again? Or do we just call it a night? What? Okay. I'll keep talking while you're gone. See what happens. So, now there's 2 of me. As if you couldn't get enough of me. And my stream is still flashing for some stupid reason. All right. So, anyway, if you hang in there, we will have. I do have a lot of good stuff to talk about today, but I'm having problems with this system working, and I'm not sure why. It's weird because when I was talking to him before, he sounded perfect, and now, I'm not getting anything from him. So we'll hopefully get him back, and hopefully it will come up right now. Okay, try now. Darn it. I'm not getting you. I don't know what's going on. That is really weird. That means it's got to be on my end. And I never touched anything. When you started talking, it was fine. Now I got to see if there's all right, I'm going to try this. Okay, go ahead and talk. This is an Amazon. Okay, that's not it. Okay, we'll try this one. Okay, that's not it. Okay. Check. 1, 2.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
Check. NDI. Oh, that's an NDI too. Go ahead, talk. Oh, I gotta
check 1, 2.
Gotta
check 1, 2. Can you hear me now?
See which one does something.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, none of these things are working. Why? It's hearing my sound, but it doesn't hear you. I don't know what to try anymore. Let me try. I got one idea that might work. Try add audio. And see what comes up. Do we got any audio here? I got nothing that could be working. Because that one's already on here. Check 1, 2. Yeah, that's the one that I got. It's got to be. Where is it? I don't even know what to do there. Let's see if I can do it with this one. It's my only choice. That allows me to do audio. Okay, talk.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Check. Nothing?
Wait a minute. Hold on, talk.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
There's it.
Check,
okay, there's an audio coming. Okay, so I can turn this off. Keep talking. Talk about something.
Check 1, 2. Well, Taylor has an announcement
that would be
today.
Right,
special announcement
now,
today. She's engaged to be married. Her and her boyfriend announced their engagement today.
Keep talking. I got to figure out why you're not working. Keep talking.
Well, I'm watching the Phillies score right now.
Hey, wait, now we got
0-0.
All right, now we got something.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
Okay, so which one are you coming in on? Coming in on. See, I'm coming in on this one, so that's 30. That's me. You're coming in on. Keep talking.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
Coming in on 11.
Check.
Okay.
Check 1, 2.
Now we'll cut this other stuff off so that we don't have.
Check 1, 2.
Right,
check.
Yeah, looks like we got something. All right, so cut this down. Cut that off. Check 1, 2. All right. Now let's see if we can have a show now.
Okay, you can hear me now?
Yeah, I can. Okay. Looks good. I think we can do it. All right. We're back on track now. We can maybe have a show. This is the weirdest show I've ever had. I don't know what's going on. It just is so weird. Oh, let me check the other microphone. That shouldn't have anything to do with it. But let me check this microphone. Okay. Ah, look at that. That is probably the issue. Okay. Talk.
Check 1, 2, check 1, 2, check.
Okay, I got this noise though. It's really weird. It's really sounds like an ocean noise. I don't know what it is, but it is a noise. But I think I found you. So now we can have a show. All right. Finally, the rocks come back to the show. Okay. All right, keep talking a little bit because I got to adjust you now.
Okay. Well, I was going to talk about the announcement today of Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Did you get to it while I was gone?
I don't know. I don't know what announcement you have.
Well, what announcement do you have?
Well, I had 4 of them.
Okay,
Well, one was okay, we'll do this again. We'll start like this is the beginning of the show. They announced that she's going to do her 12th album, The Life of a Showgirl, which will appear on the New Heights podcast by her boyfriend. That was the one. The second one was an FTC filed a lawsuit against the Maryland-based ticket resale company that they go in there and they buy up all the tickets and then they jack up the prices. Was that one that you had?
Nope.
Okay, good. We're doing good. And the third one was her vinyl pre-orders for Life of a Showgirl sold out in minutes. That's exciting. And that's what I have for her. What do you got?
She's getting married.
Oh, okay. Oh, I did. Yeah, I saw that right. I saw that. I didn't get it into the notes because it happened right around when I was getting ready for the show. Okay. Wonder who the lucky guy is.
Well, don't know. Never heard of him. He's not on a podcast at all, and
no.
He's not a famous football player.
Yeah, no, not.
I don't know who he is.
Not at all. Oh, man, I'm telling you, the life of a celebrity. I'm talking about the life of you, not her. So, well, that's good. I mean, maybe we should. I wonder if we're going to attend the
Well, I'm expecting a
invitation.
Yes.
Well, you know, this show is far-reaching and all that. So.
Well, we rival, the Kelsey Brothers podcast. So
I think we're close to Joe Rogan too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's cool. All right. Since I got you on voice now, now's your favorite part of the show.
Yes.
The birthday part.
Yes, the part where I totally humiliate myself over and over and over again.
And I love that part. That's the best part. I'm afraid to touch this, but I'm going to touch this one screen, and it's probably going to lose your voice again, and then I'm going to be mad and crazy. All right. Here we go. First one, Amy Adams.
Amy Adams.
Hold on, I got to put her up. I'm about to put her up there. She's actually a pretty famous actress, but she did a lot of stuff with Tom Cruise and stuff like that. She's a pretty big actress though. She's 51. Andrew Garfield. He played Spider-Man. As soon as he comes up, I'll show you who he is. So he played Spider-Man.
Oh yes. What is he? 37?
Yeah, you're within 5 years. You got Andrew. He's 42. Al Roker.
Al Roker. Oh, he's 72.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I got to get the picture up here. Okay. 72. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
He used to be a big guy, and
Yes, he's lost a lot of weight.
he looks really good. You said 72. He's 71.
Yeah.
So you get points for that too. How about Connie Chung?
Connie Chung.
She was
Yes,
around
I know who
forever.
she is.
Huh? You said you don't know who she is?
I do know who she
Okay.
is.
Okay. She's married
I'm
to
waiting to look at her.
oh, what's his name? I can't think of it. I can see his face. I can't think of his name. Freaking A. Can't remember.
He's very famous. But
Yeah.
I can't think of his name either.
He had a talk show.
Phil Donahue?
No, but like Phil Donahue. Anyway, all right. Do you have an age?
I'm going to guess 65.
Believe it or not, much higher. She is 79.
Really?
Yeah, she looked good. She looks really good for 79. Let's see. I want to see who her husband is first. Maury Povich. That's
Maury Povich.
I forgot that. Yeah. So she's doing pretty good. Let's see. I'm holding on him because I'm saving him for last. Okay, putting that out. Connie Chung. How about Fred Durst? Musician.
Doesn't ring a bell. Let me see his picture. Nope.
Fred Durst is a what was his band? Freaking A. Fred Durst is Limp Bizkit.
Never heard of Limp Bizkit.
Oh, you wouldn't listen to their music anyway. Anyway, he is. Get him back up here. He is. Where I lost him. There he is. 55.
55.
Then we got Kim Cattrall. She was a hot babe when we were kids. She still looks good.
75.
69. This next one, you won't know by the name, but you'll know by what he played. His name is Peter Weir. And he was RoboCop.
He's 75.
He is 81.
81.
RJ Mitt, I doubt that you know who he is, but he's an actor who is a disabled or whatever. What is the proper term now?
Disabled.
I guess. He was I know you don't know who he is, so I'm going to tell you who he is. Breaking Bad. He was the son in Breaking Bad. He has cerebral palsy, I think it is. And he acted for on there for I guess 7 years that was out. He went from being a little kid to being an adult on that show. So I was really happy to see him get that job. So he was, but he's 33. Then we got Kristen Wiig. She was in Saturday Night Live, but she also has been in a lot of pretty popular movies and stuff. And she can play funny and she can play serious. I've seen her in roles of a psycho, and it scared me. But she's really good.
No idea.
52.
52. See, I'm looking across at the screen and I can't tell. Couldn't tell.
Yeah, I mean, she looks good though for her age. Okay, next. Oh, I thought he had a birthday earlier this year, but I guess that's not the case. How about James Corden? He was a talk show host.
Yeah, I'm looking at him. Hang on. He is 47.
That's right on the nose. Yeah. Next guy, actually, I just hit the same one again. Next guy is David Chase. Now, you won't know him for acting, but he was the guy that wrote The Sopranos. So keep in mind, The Sopranos.
Well,
Sopranos was 25 years ago.
Yeah, I'm going to say 87.
Pretty close. He's 80. Ross Marquardt, which you won't know because you never watched Walking Dead, but he was a main character on there. And you probably, I'll just give it to you because you've never heard, I'm sure you didn't hear of him. He's 44. Chris Pine, who was the new Captain Kirk, although not new anymore, but he was, he's one of my favorite actors.
I would say he's 43.
He is 45, so that's right on the nose. Next one is kind of I kind of think it's funny because we were much younger when he was famous. See if you can recognize him by face. I know you know who he is. Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin. Yeah, he's probably. It's hard to say.
I know that's a tough one because he was young in those movies, the Santa movies or whatever. The what was it? Home Alone. Home Alone 1, 2, and 3.
Well, they were in the 80s, so he's got to be 40.
45. And let's see, the next one is Oleg. I don't know. I doubt that you'll know him. Oleg Taktarov. I'm going to tell you that he was one of the original UFC fighters.
No idea. I'm going to say 52.
58. That's close. Tim Burton.
Tim.
He's the guy that did some really spooky movies.
Geordie. Yeah.
I mean, he was.
I'm going to say 62.
He is 67. So you're right on there, right on the cusp there. Billy Ray Cyrus.
Billy Ray.
And then we have two more.
Billy Ray. I'm going to say 73.
64.
64.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I wasn't sure where he came. I did remember his daughter, of course, is an adult now. So Melissa McCarthy. I love her. Oh, I got to bring a picture up. I didn't bring up Cyrus either. Well, maybe I won't bring her up. Okay, what's going on here? Come on. Come on. Where's my mouse? Come on. Don't start acting up. We actually had a good thing going here. Okay. Now, try this again. Melissa McCarthy. There we go. There she is. She slimmed down too. She looks good.
She has. I'm going to say. Well, first of all, what was she in?
She was in. Oh man, she was in a bunch of things. My favorite movie of hers was a bunch of Muppets that were detectives, and she was like, they crossed over a Muppet and human beings for acting, and I can't remember the name of that movie, but I love that movie. And she was in Bridesmaids. She was in. She's usually in comedies. I can't think of it.
I'm going to say 57.
55. And lastly, but truly not leastly, he's going on tour next year. Robert Plant.
82.
Close. 77. Him and Jimmy Page are going to play together on this tour. and they're going to go out and they're going to do one last tour. I'll tell you, if there was anything I wanted to see, that would be the concert I'd want to see, because he's one of the reasons why I do what I do. I love that Led Zeppelin made me feel something. I felt, that was like something special seeing them play, and I would love to see him. So that would be one person I definitely would think about paying tickets, although they're going to be outrageous prices. So I'm, probably won't go see him, but I do love Led Zeppelin, and he's one of the guys that made me want to sing was that I loved his voice, and I can do his stuff now. My voice has gotten higher and higher. Ever since I opened that last register of my voice, I'm able to do all kinds of stuff I could never do before. And I would love to do. We do some Zeppelin in my bands. So now this is kind of cool. I've been putting together what my schedule is going to look like for the next couple months, and I thought you'd like to hear this. This is really cool. I have starting with the first one will be September 20th, the show at the school, the grand opening. September 24th, 28th, I'm going to be out in LA. October 4th, I'm playing at the Doyle Hotel in Duncannon, which is right down the street. December 13th, we're doing a wrestling show for a Philadelphia township that we worked out a deal with. It's going to be outside near tennis courts. That's going to be fun. And then December 13th, tentatively, they have an inside building that we're going to do. And then October 31st, October 31st, we're playing at the Moose Club in Shippensburg. So I'm actually booking dates ahead of time.
Ready to go.
Yeah, actually, my guys are booking it. I didn't book anything, but it's exciting because now we're finally getting to see what we work for. So I'm very excited because, finally, after all this time, I'm going to be booking and playing and having fun, and a long time coming. So these are real important dates. I got to make sure that I'm right on time and know all the songs that we're doing and all that. So it's exciting. It's finally coming to fruition. All the hard work is going to pay off. So it's cool. I was starting to think that I wasn't going to get to play out, and then these guys spring these dates on me. So, all right, that's that. There is. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. Kodak. You know what Kodak is? Big company, and when we were kids, that was like the only company you could get film for and stuff, and Kodak cameras and stuff like that. They're in fear of going out of business again. They were in fear of going out of business many years ago too. But Polaroid almost went out of business, and then they sold the name and stuff like that. All those companies are going out of business because of digital cameras and stuff. Because your phone actually does a better job than a lot of the cameras that are out there for 90% of the people. It's an interesting thought to think that company that was so huge at one point is having issues.
It's obsolete today.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. I did have a video, and I'm like, I guess we don't need the sound for the video, so it's not really a big deal. But this is a cool video. This is a video about actors' ages, and I think you'll find it really interesting. See if I can get this to come up without. I don't care about the audio because the audio doesn't. Like for instance, that one that just showed up. That one.
I'm 65 years old today.
Okay. Now.
Bugging me for a while.
Walter, at my age.
Wait, did you see that? He was, Red Fox said he was
Yeah.
65. Did you see what it said? How old he really was?
No.
This is gonna
49?
it's gonna blow you away, man. He's only 49. Who would have thought? I thought
I'm 65 years old today.
All right, classic TV fans, let's delve into a mystery that's been bugging me for a while.
And this is really, really wild how these people are. I mean, I know that maybe I probably shouldn't feel this way, but I think we look a lot better than most of these people that we're going to look at, and they were a lot younger than us.
Walter, at my
Hey,
age.
Arthur, how old do you think she was?
65.
All right. And how old do you think he is?
57.
All right, let's see. I don't.
Why do I have to have another birthday?
Why did classic
She was only 50. I'm telling you, people look a lot younger nowadays than they did
They
then.
do.
But they do explain the reasons why. So here we go.
TV stars look
Oh, they
so
did. Okay, Mr. Howe is only 52 there. We thought he was like a million. You know,
Yeah.
I looked at that and like, really? That's 52? You know, that's
so much
that's
older
a hard 52. 49. That was, what was her name? Oh, I forget her name.
than people the same age today.
How old do you think he is?
Well, he looked in his late 50s. I
Okay,
don't know how old he is.
It's crazy. Carol O'Connor then was
46. Now, here's the thing that's funny. We're going to look at this current day actor. How old do you think he is?
46.
10 years younger than Paul Rudd.
10 years younger. I looked at this video and I was like, what?
Now. And does this.
Oh, here you go. Look at that. They're both 56. I think I'll take the one on the right.
Blow your mind.
Yeah, Jennifer.
Sure, genetics play a role.
There been any calls from me about
He's 44. I would have never thought he was 44.
No way.
This is like really wild to think that these people are actually younger than most of the people that we're seeing on the radio or on the TV today. So, okay, where's my mouse? Here we go.
my birthday?
But classic TV performers seem to wrap.
There's one that shocked me. 47.
Is that all?
That's
Wow.
all. I mean, I was like, what? I thought she had to be in her 60s or so. You know?
Up years far faster than anyone does
53. I mean, these people are a hard 53.
on screen today.
Man, 378 years
Oh,
old.
that one's funny too. 41.
41.
I was like, what? I thought he was a grandpa. He's a man of 378 years. A man 378 years old does have a tendency to outlive a wife or two, it says. Oh,
Does have a tendency to outlive a wife or two.
And here's the wild part.
this was interesting too.
Joe, mate.
He was 39.
Oh my goodness.
There are actual scientific and cultural reasons why they age
31. Do you believe that?
No way. No
age
way.
differently than we do.
This is secret information. We shouldn't let anyone
How about that?
45. Oh my goodness.
hear it.
First, cigarette.
That one's going to
Jed.
blow away. How old do you think he is?
Jed looks 60.
Let's see what he is. Okay, where's my mouse? Hold on. Here we go.
I gotta say one thing about Winston.
Well, that's not too bad. 54 versus 60. But still, he's a hard 60, or he's a hard 54.
Whether they come in a pack, a box, or a jar, them rascals taste good.
Like a cigarette.
There's one that'll blow you away.
Oh, that's 59.
That's
Wow.
59.
Shoot it.
In the 1960s and 70s, over 40% of American adults
I'm not sure who he is. I'm trying to think.
smoked. So these
Oh, that was Al on Happy Days. Mr. Miyagi.
Mr. Miyagi, yes.
Yes, that's who it was. And what did they say he was? Did they say? I guess they. Oh, didn't they say? I guess they didn't say. Let's see it again just to make sure I didn't miss it.
in the 1960s and 70s, over 40% of American adults smoked. So these actors were chain smoking between takes, at lunch, basically
Here's one that was interesting. The Telly Savalas.
everywhere. Smoking affects your voice, and it destroys your skin's collagen and elasticity. So Dean, maybe you should lay off the smokes?
57, and he looked much older than that.
Next to smoking, nothing ages a face faster than the sun. Before the widespread understanding of UV damage, sunbathing was a popular pastime. People baked themselves with baby oil and reflectors.
Excuse me, Father, you're blocking the sun.
Well, let there be light.
So many actors accumulated significant sun damage,
I mean, that's hard to believe he's 40.
leading to a more weathered complexion. We're looking at you,
People
Hamilton.
aged back then, that's all I can say.
Yeah, like
34?
Yeah, I mean, but remember, they're also smoking. They're also putting out in the sun and all that stuff. Whereas, we don't. A lot of people don't do that anymore. But like my mother used to be out in the sun all the time. She used to love to sunbathe. I'm a vampire. I didn't want to be in the sun. 34, yeah. Let's see here.
Smoking does a lot to you.
Yeah, and I never liked smoke. I just hated that.
Next, the fashion choices. Back then,
All right, Darren, do you think he? How old do you think he is?
He looks a good. I'm going to say 37. I'm just going to guess young.
Yeah, I'm not
and
sure. I don't
guys
know.
were in suits, ties, and fedoras.
This is Larry Tate.
Oh,
that
Larry
old
Tate was
school-
48. I thought he was a lot older.
Bob
Morality
Newhart,
just looks more grown up.
55.
And more
What's that? What's that?
Newhart looks around 55.
Oh yeah, and he probably was real young.
dresses, skirts, and tailored outfits, even at home. And hairstyles were more structured and coiffed. Think beehives and bouffants. These styles, while elegant, made actors appear older than their years.
Hey, Pete, don't you really know how old you are?
Well, let's see now. I must be 21.
But you were 21 last year.
You know he's right. I must be going on 22.
You look so much younger.
Are you ready to do the workout?
And we can't ignore exercise. The modern fitness boom really started in the 1980s. Before that, most classic TV stars weren't hitting the gym
36.
like today's celebrities do.
German chocolate cake.
And finally, let's not forget the world they lived in.
You know, I'm very, very susceptible to colds. They didn't really now. I mean, ever since the war, the big one.
Actors from the 60s and 70s carried the weight of real-world trials.
You come to an island in the South Pacific.
Many still bore the scars in memory.
That one there caught me off guard. I didn't think he was that young.
Of World War II
My day before not.
and the Great Depression.
Let me tell you something, young lady. I cleared the ground this house stands on.
They faced adult pressures
Looks
early,
like green.
and chronic stress ages you faster than almost anything else. It can literally etch itself onto a person's face.
How does it feel to be pushing 50?
This one here is 40. 40. Crazy stuff, man. And I forget how much he was. I think they say how much the other guy is too. Let me see.
I got this lump in my throat.
Well, look on the bright side, Lou. These are the golden years, the twilight of a happy life.
So all of these factors play into something called the environmental aging hypothesis. The idea that the cumulative effect of lifestyle factors, fashion choices, and environmental toxins literally ages people faster.
Hey, Pagoda. Don't you ever smile, eh?
So the next time you're watching classic
That Abe Vigoda, I would have never in my wildest dreams thought he was 52. I would have thought he was like 68 or something like that. And I don't know who they are, but yeah.
I forget the show. I know who they are, though.
TV stars and thinking, wow, they look so mature for their age. Remember, they were living in a completely different world than we are today. And with that, I'll leave you with some sage advice from, of all people, Goober.
Everybody gets old. Why worry about it? I don't worry about it.
You're not 50.
Well,
50's not old.
What do you think?
No way.
That was weird, huh? It's one of those things that you because we're used to see. I mean, the fact is, we're older than most of those people. Oh man. So, all right, let's see here. The Pit got top honors at TV Critics Association Award. That was the new show that let's see, they came out with. What was the first one? The first one was not ER. Was it ER? ER? Maybe.
I think it was ER.
Yeah. So this was they were sued and everything by the people that made that show because they took him and he was an intern on that other show and he's now the top of the chain. And I liked the show. I saw the whole I think they had 10 out. Yo, that was kind of cool. So what they did with that show, which I've never seen any other show do, they did the first show was the first hour of their shift. The second show was the second hour of their shift. And throughout the whole series, they just added an hour. So I guess the next series is the next season is going to be the second day. So I'm thinking that's what they're going to do with it because that's the way they seem to be writing it. It's a pretty cool show, though. If you didn't see that, it's definitely check it out if you get a chance. It's very real looking, and they actually had a shooter on that show that came in and shot up a festival or something that they had. So that was kind of a neat current event type thing. So I definitely like that. The Menendezes are back on in the news. Did you hear about that?
Yes.
Bad
news.
I thought for sure they were going to get out, but they said no. So that actually I guess they both did not get released.
Neither one.
I was really surprised about that. I really thought that with all the backing of everybody that wanted them to get released, they'd be released. But they're saying that they don't seem to have any remorse. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. I thought for sure that we'd see them. I mean, it doesn't really affect me, but I kind of think that they do have reasons to be released, but I don't know. Guess not enough. I mean, what do you think? Do you think they should be released?
I think after 36 years in a questionable circumstance.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that they have served their time.
There are other murderers that get out a lot sooner than 36 years.
They seem to be wanting to make make
An example of
an
them.
example of them. Yeah, and yeah, I don't know. It's a hard question because in some ways I understand why they did. Well, always I understand why they did it, but uh, yeah, hmm, I think that's a tough one. I mean, anytime that there's death, when there's a killing involved, it's hard for me to justify killing, but maybe they were justified. Um, there's a where's my mouse is not. Oh, helps if I use the right mouse. I was wondering why my mouse wasn't moving. Um, so there's a dispute over the estate of John Amos. Do you remember Good Times, the father?
Mm-hmm. Yep, the father.
So they allege that Casey Amos, Shannon Amos, alleges that Casey Amos, her brother, was exploiting her father and ignoring his medical needs to gain control of his finances upon his death. So there's a big dispute over the estate. Shannon accuses Kelly Christopher Amos of manipulating her father's into signing various legal documents, including new wills, trusts, and power of attorney. That gave him near complete control over the estate while ignoring the actor's medical needs. The petition also names John Amos' former caretaker, Belinda Foster, close associate Eugene Brummett, and his production staff, Step and Half Productions. It seeks a court order to freeze the estate's assets. If indeed that is the case, if indeed, they're talking about he, took all of his stuff, I can understand them being concerned about that. Yeah, I mean, they don't usually just make something like that up. So it's hard to say because we're not on the outside. Little Nas X was arrested and hospitalized in the pre-dawn hours of Thursday in Los Angeles. He seemed to be roaming the city streets nearly nude and seemingly disoriented, according to police. And he's been reported, and as it's been reported on multiple outlets, the Grammy-winning award rapper, whose real name is Montero Lamar Hill, was caught on video by TMZ wearing just his underwear and a pair of cowboy boots as he ambled down Ventura Boulevard in a studio section of LA. Maybe he's trying to be the West Coast version of the Naked Cowboy. I don't know if you've ever heard of Naked Cowboy in New York.
But he's charged with something very serious. He assaulted an officer, evidently.
Oh, okay. That would be
resisted arrest and assaulted an officer. That's the charge.
Okay.
Whether it's true or not, I have no idea.
Well,
but that's the charge. And he pleaded innocent today.
Well, I just think it's funny he's wearing underwear and a pair of cowboy boots.
Cowboy boots, yes.
That in itself should be something. You should get charges for that.
Can you get charged with poor taste?
Well, the fashion police are out there. You never know. There's some people that are really strange. I don't know. I can't imagine doing that stuff, but okay, next. Did you know that Rick James and Neil Young were bandmates?
No.
It's true. Pulling up here. They both played in a band that was signed to Motown. The Vinyl Birds were a short-lived Canadian rock group, active before either artist's career took off. I can't imagine those two together. That would be I mean, talk about complete opposites.
Yes.
It'd be real strange to see those two in the band together. But I'd probably pay to see that just to see what kind of music they could possibly be doing. But that's it. All right, here we got Hollywood Reporter says that the summer box office is quickly turning south. Each early hopes that grosses could top $4 billion this season have fizzled, and insiders bemoan a lack of tent poles. I don't know. But I guess the people, I mean, I think that they had a problem with Fantastic Four wasn't as good as it should have been, although that one made money. Jurassic Rebirth, I think, made money. But they just had a lot of, last year, if they're comparing to last year, they had Barbie and Oppenheimer, and those both broke $1 billion. So I don't really know why they thought that this was going to do just as much, but they had some good movies. Minecraft did all right, and Lilo and Stitch did decent. Mission Impossible did good, but that's still not really what it was last year. So I don't know. I just think they were asking a lot because I mean, Barbie, I don't think they ever expected to break $1 billion, but it really did well. And actually, I saw the movie, and it was entertaining, and I can see why. I mean, when you put a movie out that is geared towards little girls, it's going to sell because everything's geared towards little boys. So if you have a movie that's geared towards little girls, they're going to all go to that multiple times. So that's one thing that I'm going to keep in mind for when I write my next thing. I'm going to make sure that little girls are involved, and then I'll go to $1 billion and I can retire again. So that's what I need to do.
It's good to dream, right?
No, I lost you again. I'd like to know why this is doing this to me. Why is this not? I mean, you're getting quiet, then you're getting loud, or you're getting decent then. And I can't track down why. I think I can turn. Well, there we go. Something's popping up. Oh, that's not it. I don't know what that is. Okay. All right. Go ahead, talk. I missed you.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check.
All right. Let me check something. Something that I didn't think of checking before. Go to audio. Go to. We've never had an issue like this before, ever. I've always been able to hear you. Let me look and see what sound internally. Ah. Oh. Okay. Okay, talk. Oh, that makes
Check 1 2.
Okay, talk. Talk.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check,
Right.
check, check.
For some reason, my volume was set at almost 0. Okay. Well, let's see if this makes a difference. We'll see if that works. I'll leave that up because that is a better mixer than the other mixer. Okay. Okay. Fans tear into Rosie O'Donnell for a call to free the Menendez brothers after parole denials. So I guess Rosie O'Donnell got involved and
Of course she would. What else does she have to do?
yeah, it's true. Boy, she didn't age good.
No.
She's looking old. That's pretty bad. Let's see here. It says the actress weighs in after Eric Menendez's daughter Talia says the fight is over. In a scathing post following her Uncle Lyle Menendez's separate denial after she blasted Hollywood for not stepping up to support the brothers as they faced their parole hearings. It may be too little too late for both Eric and Lyle, and they were separately denied parole after serving 35 years in prison. But Rosie O'Donnell did throw out her support in the wake of the heartbreaking news for the family. So, I don't know. Did they when they announced that they were denied, did they tell them when they can try again?
Yes, they did, but I don't know what that is.
Just wondering if there's I don't know.
I don't know how long the waiting period is.
Yeah, I was wondering if that could be.
We could probably find out.
Yeah, probably. But how hard would that be if you're one of them and you're thinking, "Oh, we're finally gonna get out," and they said, "Nope, you're going back to your room." I don't know. I shouldn't have killed him anyway. I should have probably found another way to do it. But yeah, we'll see what happens to that. There was let's see, did I do that? I gotta see if I put the article in there or not. Let me hold on a second. I wanna see whether or not I did it. I didn't. So this weekend, you know who Rampage Jackson is, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Rampage Jackson is an MMA guy, and he was one of the original guys. So he's got to be getting up there in age. His son was involved in an episode this weekend. His son was at a pro wrestling event. Now, he's not a pro wrestler. His son is an MMA fighter. And the wrestler backstage pulled a prank on him and hit him on the head with a beer can. It wasn't part of the show. He was just being a jerk off. Anyway, then that guy went out and he was wrestling a match, not Rampage's son, but the wrestler. And at the end of the match, and I don't know what I don't know how much of this was supposed to happen, but Rampage Jackson's son came out and started wailing on him, MMA style, and put him into a coma. I mean, the guy was mad because the guy hit him over the head with a beer can. So there's some action that's going to be taken there. Because this guy, I don't know, he's apparently in serious condition right now. So, and when you watch that, you see that. I mean, that was scary how much he was getting hit. That should have never happened. That, if I hit you with a beer can, okay, that's the wrong thing to do, and that was definitely the wrong thing to do there. But this guy was a Vietnam vet, or I don't know if he was a vet of some, I don't know, whatever the vet was at that time. I guess he was probably not a Vietnam vet, because that would have made him pretty old. That would have made him in his 70s. But he was probably a Gulf War vet. And he's, I don't know where he's at in this point. Let me see if I can find enough. I didn't put it in here, and I thought I put it in here. I want to look for the article. Let's see here. Because he really, really did some serious damage. And it leads me to another thing I want to talk about, but I want to talk about this first. Okay, let me look up Rampage.
While you're saying this, I looked up when the Melendez brothers can go for parole again.
Okay.
And it's 3 years.
Okay.
And with good behavior in prison, that wait can be shortened to 18 months.
Wow. That's crazy. All right. The guy's name is Raja Jackson, son of the legendary Quentin Rampage Jackson. And he jumped in. There is a video. I'm going to turn the sound off on the video because...
Developing tonight and attacking...
Hold on there. Turn the sound off. I don't want any issues with them. But I do want to talk about this because this is scary. I mean, this guy has some serious issues. Um, the the issue though becomes that you got to be careful who you're messing with, and you don't, if they're not a wrestler, you don't really. A lot of people that aren't wrestlers uh, hate wrestlers because it's all quote unquote fake, when it's not really all fake because we do hurt each other. But let me see if I can get to the scene where it happened. But this guy, oh, here we go. All right, so now we'll watch what happened. Okay, so here he is. He came out and he's smacking that guy. I mean, he's hitting him full force. And this other guy's pulling him off, trying to stop him because he is not supposed to be killing the guy. Now, Rikishi is the guy that owns this promotion. Rikishi is one of the ex-WWE guys, and his sons are the Usos. So, who was it? Somebody disassociated themselves. I think WWE disassociated themselves with that promotion because of this. But it's just crazy. This guy was just trying to kill him. And even if he did hit you with a can, you don't try to kill someone for doing that.
He's just roid rage.
Probably. He's facing jail time. And his dad said that's, he did that. He did what he did, and he's going to have to pay for what he did. But I thought, wow, how crazy is that? I've never been that mad that I wanted to kill somebody.
He's going to be charged with attempted murder.
Yeah. And those fists are definitely lethal weapons in his case. So I don't know. I just I felt bad for the poor guy because, like I said, he was goofy. I mean, the guy should have never hit him with a freaking can of whatever he hit him with. But that is not worth killing somebody over. It's just really sad. Now that leads me to another thing that doesn't really have a lot to do with this per se, but it does have something that let me see if I can. I'm going to send. Let's see here. What was the? Oh, okay, it was on Facebook. This guy. I kind of want to talk about when people are really. Okay, so there's WWE, who these guys make lots of money, and then there's the Indies, which I've been affiliated with the Indies. So, oh look, there we are. That wasn't what I was trying to do, but let me see if I can find this video. This video is it shows the mindset. Let's do it that way. Of people when they're in this business. This is a friend of mine. Jason Knight was pretty big in ECW, but he has a Fed called, I think it's ACW, and they had a card I think it's this weekend. They had a card, and they put it on Facebook. And I'm hoping that I can catch that. Let's see here. I wanted to get the link and send it over, and I didn't do it. I should have done it. All right. But anyway, what I want to say is that some of these people don't seem to. It doesn't make sense what some of these people do. Like, for instance, this. There are probably 20 people at ringside, which was held outside. And this this is unbelievable, these idiots. And I say that very kindly. What they would do, I got to find, where's it at? August 24th. Hold on. It was here. Okay. Now, where's the video for it? I saw the video for it. And, oh, there it is. So this is the kind of stuff that makes no sense to me whatsoever. Now, you see, there aren't a lot of people. There's two sides of the ring have people that are in this, that are here. There might be... Tables and chairs! Tables and chairs! Okay, so this is a hardcore fed. And as you can see, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's say there's 2 rows, which there isn't. There might be some people in the next row. But let's say they have 16 people on that side. Let's say there are 16 people on this side. The stuff they did in this match was so stupid. Why would you put your health on the line for this? These people, let's say they paid $10 a head to get in it. Okay, and let's say I'm being kind by saying there were 16 people on this side and 16 people on this side. So you're saying, okay, if they're $10 a head, that's $320 that they got to split with all of the people in the back if they got any money. This is what people will do on the indies. Look at this. This has barbed wire across it. I just don't understand. Even though I was in this business for a long time, and I saw stuff like this, I'm like, why are you destroying your body for this? You know, if they got any money, or, you know, looking here, there's not even 2 rows of people on this side. And they're going to put their body on the line for this. It makes no sense to me at all. And I know Jason would be mad at me if he knew I was doing something on this. But when I saw this, I was like, why? Why would you do this? This is why I don't want to do hardcore at our school. You know, there's so many guys, especially in New Jersey, that do these hardcore matches. CZW is another one that does these hardcore matches that are insane. They have glass tubes and stuff like that. I mean, this is just, it's not the wrestling I want to do or be part of, because, you know, I said we won't be having this kind of stuff at my school. I don't want this kind of stuff. I want family friendly. I want stuff that you don't have to, like, close your eyes to watch it. I mean, these kids are young, and yet that's what they're doing. They're doing this crazy stuff. He's coming out and he's got a bat that's covered in probably the same stuff that's in the ropes, you know. And it would be, if you make a mistake, it's gonna hurt worse. And these people just don't seem to care for that they're hurting each other like that. And I realize that, okay, people say, well, you know, it's all fake. This is not fake. When you hit someone over the head with that, that's not fake. It does hurt. And you will be bleeding. And, you know, there's just no sense. You know, I do believe in stories. And I do believe that if you have a story that you're telling and you want to end the feud, it might end up in a hardcore match. Not in my book. I won't book stuff like this. But, you know, that's the idea of the hardcore match, is to end a feud. This did nothing. I mean, we have 20, 30 people maximum at the show. And plus they streamed it live on Facebook. You're not doing yourself any favor by doing this. Nobody cared enough to go out and see this. Yet the wrestlers had to do their hardcore match. And that's the mentality of these wrestlers. I have this one guy I know is called Crazy Shay. He was doing stuff like this, and he did something that was so stupid with fire. He burned a lot of his body, and he had to ask for help for the medical bills. I mean, why would you put yourself out like that? Why? What mentality is it? This is not entertainment. This is stupid, savage stuff. And I know most of my partners agree as well that we're not going to do this kind of hardcore. But I just do not understand someone putting on their body on the line for stuff like this, you know. And so this just kind of led up to when I saw the Rampage Jackson thing. I thought I should talk about this too because they didn't have many people there, yet they thought it was a success because people showed up. The 10, 15, 20 people that showed up probably liked it because that's what they want to see. They want to see blood. But what's it worth? What's it worth? You would never take your grandson to that.
No, I wouldn't.
And it was worse in ECW days. I mean, that was a scary time. They had some really insane things happen. But, I just thought I'd play a little bit of it because it's just like, why would you do all that? Why would you put your body on the line like that? It really doesn't make sense. The barbed wire is up over into the ring. So even if you're running the ropes, you're going to get stabbed. And they do tables. I mean, tables are okay because you can guard against getting hurt really bad with the tables, but you will get hurt if you land wrong. And it looks like they broke a table over here. But it's just insane. Why would you do that to your body? And I wouldn't do that for $1,000, let alone a payday. And let's say the promoter was generous and gave him $100. Look, here he got it, and they're hitting with chairs. I just think that there's much more to wrestling than that kind of stuff. And I saw that and I just said, why? Why would you do that? So anyway, that's enough of that. I just had to get on my soapbox and say, what kind of insanity are these people? And I know that a lot of guys want it to be in hardcore, but hardcore does not last. You do not last a long time on hardcore. Even New Jack, who was a hardcore king, he died at, I don't know, probably 55, and but he could wrestle. He actually could wrestle, but nobody knew that because you only saw him in hardcore matches. But anyway, that's enough. Norman Reedus, who is on Walking Dead, one of the guys from Walking Dead, his son, I guess that's his son, is apparently getting in trouble too for hardcore matches. Although they aren't wrestling matches, he just got himself in trouble because he beat somebody up really bad. So I just, again, why? It says here, a complaint obtained by TMZ says a woman told police that Mingus used both his hands to apply pressure to her neck by forcibly squeezing it. Prosecutors say she told Mingus hit her right leg with a closed fist. She told them Mingus hit her right leg with a closed fist before using both hands to throw her to the ground, causing bruising, redness, and substantial pain. Again, why? Why would you beat up a girl? It says Mingus was originally arrested Saturday after cops were called to a Manhattan apartment for an assault in progress of a 33-year-old woman. The troubled model appeared in Manhattan criminal court Saturday evening. He was charged with third-degree assault, criminal obstruction of breathing or blood circulation, aggravated harassment in the second degree. And I just, I don't understand. He's going to screw his daddy up because his daddy's, he's probably paying for his son to go through being a model or actor or whatever. Anyway, Coldplay. It's, this, you know who Coldplay is, right? Okay, so they had a concert, and it says, "You want to propose at my concert? Let's do it." So every time somebody comes up on the big Tron, so this person here, it says here, Chris Martin's not letting the astronomer kiss cam scandal die, and he's being extra careful with couples at Coldplay concerts. You know, a couple, what was it, 2 weeks ago, the couple that, or whatever it was, there was a couple on screen on the kiss cam, and they found out that couple were not married. They were married
to each other.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he's gonna allow the kiss cam to continue. And here's the here's the picture. It says, "I want to propose to her," and points down. And I guess he acknowledged it. So I don't know. I just thought it was funny. Oh, here we go. We got the camera.
There's the infamous couple.
Yeah, they got in all kinds of trouble, man.
They both lost their jobs.
Oh, and probably their relationships too.
And probably their relationships.
Too funny. So that's that. I thought that was interesting stuff. Then we got, trying to move along here since we started late. All right. Burning Man kicked off this weekend. That was isn't that a concert or something like that? I think it is. The event started in 1986, draws tens of thousands of people annually to a 7-mile temporary city in the desert. Attendees, calling themselves burners, adhere to 10 community principles, including racial inclusion, self-reliance, and decommodification. Campers can opt to stay in themed villages. Vending is banned, and this year's theme is Tomorrow Today, with a venue showcasing tech-forward art installations. More than 70,000 people are estimated to attend, with participants paying a sliding scale of $550 to $3,000 a ticket. The festival did not sell out this year and operated at a loss last year. Yeah, I kind of thought that was, I've never gone to a Burning Man thing, but you know, I guess it's the place to go if you're into being with that many people.
It's too big for me.
Yeah, too big for me too. And actually, I saw an article on the next WrestleMania. Do you know how much tickets are for the front row and the second row of WrestleMania?
I have no idea.
Anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000.
Wow.
Now that includes meet and greets and all that stuff, but man, that's more than a lot of people make a year.
Oh yeah.
I can't imagine. Oh, I'm going to go to WrestleMania. Oh yeah, will you get in front row? Yeah, I'm paying $100,000 for front row. No.
I bet you 98% of the world makes under that.
I would say that that's probably true. I just couldn't believe they were spending that kind of money. I don't understand.
Now that's chump change to me, but that's okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, if you didn't have the money to pay me, I wouldn't do this show. By the way, that last check bounced. That's why we're having audio issues. I couldn't afford. I had to fire my sound guy. Okay, let's see. So that was. Oh, did you know a little known fact about movie and TV purchases? Did you know that when you buy, say, $4.99 for the director's cut of Alien on Amazon Prime, you don't get to keep that movie. They make it sound like if you pay the extra price, you get to keep it. You don't get to keep it. All you get is to watch it anytime you want. But if you break away from Amazon, say you rented it on Amazon or bought it on Amazon, if you don't keep your relationship with Amazon, you lose your relationship with that movie. So a little known fact about that, about the movie and TV purchases, what's being bought isn't exactly an ownership of the title, but rather a limited time license for viewing access. Consider the $4.99 director's cut of Alien on Amazon's Prime. Cheap, right? But the tech giant loses the rights to the version. If they lose the rights to the version, the movie can be replaced with a different cut, like the one in the theaters. And if Amazon loses the rights to the film altogether, it'll disappear completely. So as long as Amazon has it, you can watch it if you bought the movie. And if it says here, so should Amazon be able to say a consumer is buying that movie? Because you're not really buying it. You don't. If you walk away from Amazon, you don't get anything. And if they lose the title, you lose the title too. So it says here, they make it sound like like you own it then.
It's yours forever.
Yeah, and you don't. So that's something to keep in mind. Dominating, YouTube has spent half a year as the leading company in share of TV viewing in the U.S. Did you realize that YouTube has that much? Back in the day, it was NBC, CBS, ABC, and they were all vying for that piece of the pie. And now you've got them, plus you have all the streaming services, Peacock, and all that. And yet, who gets most of it? YouTube still has more than half of the viewing audience watching YouTube.
That's because they have everything.
What's that?
That's because they have everything.
Yeah, that probably helps. But the other reason is this. The attention span on the average person nowadays is not 30 minutes. It's 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. This radio show doesn't get as much viewing because of it being long, but our shorter clips do. And I am seeing an uptick in our full show getting a lot more viewership than it was. But as long as we're a 3-hour show, we're never going to have a great viewing audience, probably, because everybody has such a short attention span. So we'll probably not see that in our lifetime because everybody's into this short stuff. And for me, actually, that makes a lot of sense because, like, I'll look for something I could watch right before Raw because I have 10 minutes to burn. So I'll look for something that's 10 minutes long. But I do find a lot of really good stuff on YouTube that, an hour, 2 hours, whatever it is. Like sometimes once in a while, I'll listen to Publicly Love Sponge. I'll be working on the show or something, and I'll have that on. And I used to like to watch his stuff because he's a low budget Howard Stern, so he's a shock jock. So, American Idol will keep its judging panel intact. They are having another season. The 25-26 season was announced Monday. They have Luke Bryan, Lionel Richie, and Carrie Underwood that are, I guess, the hosts or whatever. Judges, yeah. And I actually thought about trying out for them, but then I thought, that's not my music, though, because you can't do originals there, I'm thinking. So, all right. The floor is yours, man.
The floor is mine. What would you like to do, Michael?
Well, do you have any stories you want to talk about?
Sure, but we're running short of time. Do you want to do Bon Jovi?
We could, but what time we got? We could actually, what we could do? We didn't get a chance to do it last week. We could do The Chosen.
Sure, let's do The Chosen.
Because I mean, I think we did a. I can do the audio thing next week because I even though I'm already ready for it. We can do either. But I kind of feel that I owe you one here because we didn't do that last week.
Okay, so let's do The Chosen. Get your notes.
Yeah, I will have it here in a second. So The Chosen, for those of you playing at home, is basically about Jesus's uprising into the becoming the leader that he was, and after. Fair assessment?
Fair assessment.
Okay. And
It's his ministry life.
Yes. And we're in the second season, episode 5, and it's called Spirit. So this says here, the emotionally rich and multifaceted episode threads several characters, arcs, and themes. So there's a confrontation with religious authorities. Jesse, the man healed at the Bethesda from last week, or from 2 weeks ago, is being interrogated by the rabbis, Shmuel and Yanni. Is that what it is?
I believe so.
And they question who healed him and what was said, highlighting their suspicion against Jesus. So they saw they saw it, right? They didn't just get it told to them. They were there, I think.
They were there.
Yeah. Okay. So.
But they don't know exactly who Jesus is
Right.
to see his face.
Yes. I found it interesting because I thought that was pretty bold of Jesus to do. We talked about that water that they were in, and I was asking, is it, did they have this? Was this a healing? Was this really a healing thing, or where did they get the idea that they were going to be healed from this water? And you said it was probably a spring.
That is the scientific explanation. The biblical writers believe that angels came down and touched the water, and the first one into the pool got healed.
Okay. All right. And we talked about that a little bit because I was kind of like, well, why just one person and got healed?
Why not them all?
Yeah, why not all?
Yeah.
Of them? Why was it only during a certain time of the day? Why was it, my big question was, why did we have to make it a competition? Why couldn't it be, one of the things that was a big thing to me, and one of the biggest things that I tried to understand was the passing of Pam. Why would they pick? Why did it happen to the nicest person I've ever met? And she always tried to do the right thing. She didn't always do the right thing. She always tried to do the right thing. And there was only one time she did something that was out of character for her. And strangely enough, that one time, it was shortly after that she got sick. And I had a hard time with that because I can't, like, I consider myself a decent person, but not like Pam. I always felt that she was a good person and tried to do the right thing most of the time. So, I had a hard time with that. So again, it goes back to the water. I was thinking, well, why only one person? So you explained it to me in a way that I actually say, okay, that makes sense. So anyway, so they come up to him asking him, what happened? What did he say to you? And I don't think he actually said what he said to him, or he said he didn't tell them, did he? Pretty sure
he didn't tell them exactly. No.
Yeah. So I found it interesting though because we didn't know one. I didn't know there was a reunion between Jesus and John the Baptist. I didn't know that they were relatives.
They're cousins, 6 months apart.
Okay. That was the first time I ever heard that. I never knew that they were relatives. Did you know you knew that before, I'm assuming?
Yeah, it's well established in Scripture.
Okay.
There's interaction between the two. Before Mary has Jesus, she visits Elizabeth, John's mother, and the baby leaped in the womb.
Okay.
When the baby heard Mary's voice, the baby leaped in the womb.
Okay.
So they knew who they were before birth.
Okay. Does he know who Jesus is beyond being just Jesus? Does he know that does he know his role?
Yes, he knows. He questions it at one point.
Okay.
Wants to make sure he's got his facts straight. But yes, he knows.
Okay. And then
their lives are very intertwined.
Yes. And then Mary Magdalene's got issues. She's got trauma that's resurfacing. She's seeing guys that she probably have met before in another life. I'm going to say it like that. Mary encounters a Roman soldier, triggering powerful, painful memories of her past. She becomes overwhelmed, drops her fruit and scripture, and ultimately flees to a tavern. A raw portrayal of her ongoing journey of healing. I found that interesting too. They revisited her issues, and that she actually, when she saw them, she didn't know how to react.
It's a blast from the past, and it's probably a recurring visitor.
Yes. Yeah. I
got her to recognize him. It's probably a recurring visitor.
So,
for the people who don't know, that may just be tuning in to the show, Mary was a prostitute, filled with demons. So, two things occurred. One is that there's a demon that speaks.
Okay.
And says he knows Mary, whose name before was Lilith.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then this happens. So Mary's thrown.
Okay.
For a loop. Yeah.
And I'm guessing that she gets back on track.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a very touching scene between her and Jesus in the next show.
Okay. Now you talked about a demon possessing. Simon the Zealot witnesses a disturbing scene. Caleb, a man both blind and mute, possessed by a demon, is brought to Jesus. When Jesus heals him, the satanic dissonance from evil is clearly shown, and Caleb regains his senses. Mary misses witnessing the miracle itself. And again, we talked about demons before, and we totally disagree on the demon thing, but
it's okay. You can be wrong once in a while.
I got to be wrong once in a while, or maybe I'm right. I can't understand what caused why one person, this person here. Let's talk about this person here. We were talking about why would this person be sent a demon? What did he do something to deserve it? Did the demon just say, "I want him"? What makes, because if the demon takes over this person and makes him a bad person, he wouldn't go to heaven. Yes? No?
Lot to unwrap there.
Yeah.
First of all, there is a debate among Christians whether a Christian can have a demon or not.
Okay.
Some believe they can, some believe they can't.
What do you think?
What do I think? I believe that Christians can have demons, yes.
Okay.
I am of that persuasion.
Okay.
Um,
What, you've had demons? You feel you've been demonized?
yes.
Okay.
And I've gone through deliverance. I've had them exorcised. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
It wasn't a big deal.
When you were demonized, I don't know what the term would be.
That's the word. That's the word for it.
Okay.
Demonized.
When you were demonized, did you know that you were demon?
Not at first.
What was the sign that told you that you were?
Well, I've told this to virtually no one in my life, but I'll tell it to you. I had a vision one day of 3 slimy snakes crawling up out of my belly.
Ooh. Okay.
One was rage, one was anger, and one was hatred.
Okay.
Murder. And they were slithering up laughing at me. That's what I saw. And I immediately got in contact with a ministry that dealt with this. And very shortly thereafter, I went through deliverance. And the demons revealed themselves and spoke through me when I was going through deliverance. So the vision was not my imagination.
What did it feel
I
like?
first thought it might have been my imagination because you don't trust yourself.
Right.
This is not normal, everyday behavior in the Western world. In Africa, this is common. Here, it's not common. So you doubt yourself. Plus, you don't want it to be true.
Okay.
Who wants to be demonized?
Right.
I mean, who wants to know that that is a part of the reason you are who you are? And it's not the whole reason. There's personality involved. There's mental illness involved. There's a lot of other things involved. But I did not want to accept it. So I doubted myself, but when they spoke through me, and I knew it wasn't me speaking the words, I knew.
So
And they were dealt with.
So you were in control of your body, right? I mean,
Yes.
and when you spoke, they weren't totally in control of you then. They were only.
No, I heard that. I heard inside of me, I heard what they said, and then I verbalized that to the minister that was presiding over my case. So I would hear them speak, and I'd tell him what he was saying. He'd ask questions, and they would answer, and then I'd tell him what they said.
Okay.
And then he'd ask another clarifying question, and I'd hear their answer. Because they have to respond in the name of Jesus. If you speak to a demon and you say, "Answer me in the name of Jesus," they have to answer.
Okay.
And they have to answer truthfully, although it may take a while for them to get around to answering truthfully. They have to answer truthfully in the end of the day, because they submit to Jesus Christ. They don't submit to me. They don't submit to you. They don't submit to the minister. They submit to Jesus Christ. And so if you box them in, they will have to speak truth. And I would hear them in my mind speaking, and then I would tell the minister what they were saying. And it rang true. It was all truisms. They knew things about me that nobody else knew. And they tied bows around things that I didn't understand until they spoke. They told me, for instance, what part of my badness, my temper, my anger, my rage was personality, what part was mental illness, and what part was them.
Wow. That's pretty interesting.
They would provoke me. Their role was to provoke me. My personality went with it, and my bipolar rage emphasized it. But they would provoke me. They would say things to me in my subconscious that would make me angrier and angrier and angrier until I exploded in rage. That was their role. They couldn't make me do it. No demon can make you do anything.
Just a voice.
But that was their role.
So they didn't control your arms or anything.
No.
They just gave you thoughts. Now is that
but in Jesus' day that was different.
Okay.
Remember that the guy said, no, it may be another episode, but the one guy said they make me cut myself.
Right.
See, I believe they can do that. I think a lot of people that are in mental institutions today are demonized.
Okay.
Because do you really want to cut yourself? Right. Or is that somebody pushing you to do that?
Well, I mean, I had a girlfriend that used to cut herself, and I couldn't understand why. And it was really disturbing to me because it didn't make sense to me. So, yeah, interesting. Okay.
We've either just traumatized the audience, engrossed them, or drove them away.
Well, I think that most of us. I think that I don't know. I think if you don't believe in well, even a lot of Christians probably don't believe in that too. Maybe.
Correct. My wife doesn't. My wife has a hard time believing what I've just told you.
Okay. I just don't. I guess that is one thing that I would have a hard time with, because if you're trying to get into heaven by being a good person and you're demonized, or have a demon in you, or whatever, it seems unfair that you wouldn't get into heaven because of that demon.
Well, if I'm a Christian, I'm going to go to heaven because of Jesus Christ, not because of my demon or not lack thereof. I'm going to get there because I have placed my trust in Jesus Christ.
But if you did do that, why is there a demon in you? You would think you would be protected somehow.
I didn't say this was fair.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not fair, but it's truth. And people can let them in. People can let them in by what they watch or what they do. A lot of Christians believe that if you do something as simple as a Ouija board,
yes, I've heard
we can allow demons in.
Yes.
I'm not saying I go there, but I'm just saying that Christians believe that you can do that. Some Christians. And that's why they're so against simple little kids games.
Well,
because of the demonic aspect of it.
My girlfriend is anti-Ouija board. And a lot of girlfriends that I've had in the past do not like Ouija boards. And, I just think that with a Ouija board, somebody's pushing a little harder or something, and manipulating it or whatever. And I think that people's imaginations lead them to think that it's something that it isn't. But there's usually a smart aleck person there trying to make a point. So, at least in my eyes, I don't know. I just think that it's definitely one of those things that we're not going to know until the final day when we're on this planet, or the day after. So, on whether or not they're real. And I guess the part of me that doesn't believe in them feels that people like to use that for a pass to do things that are not cool.
Exactly. That's why I don't tell many people.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't believe in it myself for a long time. And this is what I'd rather do. I'd rather you believe in Christ and not demons than believe in demons and not Christ.
Okay, well that's fair enough. I mean, I just believe
because you can live your life very nicely without believing in demons.
Yes. And I don't know. Enough with the demons. Let's move on to the next thing.
Let's move on.
The next thing was so that was the demons brought to Jesus, where he heals him. The satanic dissonance from the evil is clearly shown, and Caleb regains his senses. Mary misses witnessing the miracle itself. So then Simon, after the healing, Simon meets Jesus and receives affirmation, not because he's equipped, but because Jesus wants him by his side. This validates Simon's choice to leave the zealot path. And are you beeping or am I?
I'm beeping.
Oh, okay, good. I was hoping I didn't run out of battery power or something after all tonight. Who knows what's going to happen tonight, because so many weird things happen. So after the healing, Simon meets Jesus. Okay, let's see here. Then narrative reverberation and controversy. The episode sparked discussion among fans for its candid portrayal of Mary's struggle post-healing, a creative choice. So that was something apparently that some found unbiblical, while others appreciated the emotional honesty. I really found the episode where she was, feeling embarrassed and all that, found that episode very real. I could see where that would be, and there are many times that I've seen somebody that I didn't really want to see, and I didn't really want to be there because of that. I could understand it. I actually understood and was able to relate to her. So apparently
she's probably my favorite character.
Okay.
Because I think she's very real.
Yes. I found it really interesting. So the scriptures that were involved in here, it looks like John 5:1-15, depicting Jesus healing the man at the pool of Bethesda and the questioning from the Jewish leaders, which is a direct parallel to Jesse's interrogation. Isaiah 35:5-6, implied in the healing, the ability to give sight, speech, healing, prophetic signs of the Messiah. Matthew's 12:22-28, Jesus healing the blind and mute, followed by confrontation with the Pharisees. It echoes the skepticism shown by the religious judges. So those religious judges have no idea that Jesus is there, and have no idea that he's even coming, I'm guessing.
Okay, they're expecting a Messiah.
Okay.
Every Jewish boy grows up being taught that the Messiah could come.
Okay.
And there are signs that follow the Messiah around.
Okay.
And healing, supernatural healing, is one of them.
Okay.
But they thought the Messiah would come and overthrow the Romans.
Right. I mean, that's what, if I were thinking that we were going to have the Messiah here, I would think there would be drastic changes. Like, everybody would know he was a Messiah. He wouldn't be doing an incognito. He would be out there making sure everybody knew where he was. So I totally get that.
And so they ascribed false healings to him because he wasn't presenting himself in the way that they expected.
Okay.
Jesus came to bring an invisible kingdom, not a visible kingdom.
Right.
And that's the problem. The Jews were looking for a visible kingdom, and he came to bring an invisible one, one person at a time, into his kingdom.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Matthew 11, 4-5. Jesus' response to John the Baptist incorporates, "Tell John what you see. The blind receive sight," reinforcing the Masonic confirmation.
Masonic.
That what I see here is that he doesn't. He's not like coming down saying, I'm the chosen one. He's not. He's doing it kind of like, if you want to follow me, here I am. If you don't want to follow me, here I am. He's not pressuring anybody to do anything.
No, and he never will. And he never will. He's a gentleman.
Yes. And then Psalm 139. Mary recites it in this episode, symbolizing her pursuit of God's presence, even while struggling with fear and past trauma. Additionally, thematic lyrics like Zenphania, is that what it is?
I don't know.
3:17, the Lord your God is with you. He rejoices over you, are referenced via zealot trainees or study guides as echoing God's presence and human brokenness. Now, one thing that I did think about, because it's true today even, is that people think that the way to get your God over is to kill people. And that's never stated in anywhere that I've seen so far by what you're learning from Jesus in this thing.
And you won't find it.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect to, but deepening character complexity in this one. The episode doesn't shy away from showing that healing doesn't erase trauma or doubt, and I think that that's something we would all want. Heal me. Let's not have this problem anymore. But that's not going to be the case. Especially in Mary's, I'm sure, going to run into more problems in the future, making her journey profoundly human, authentic, and all that stuff. There's powerful symbolism, the demonic healing. See, how much is this demonic healing symbolic? Well, in your case, I guess it's not the case for your case. So I just wondered, when we say demons, if it's what it's obviously supposed to be, what it sounds like, or whether it's just bad thoughts that we have, that whatever reason we have it, like our prejudices, our whatever we've been grown up around, and in the hatred of others because of what we've seen from the way that they treat people, or whatever prejudices of that person. But you're saying that in your case, it was a demon that you felt was controlling. Well, controlling the narrative to a certain degree.
Yes. You know, I lost count after 27
After 27 what?
demons.
Oh. You've had that many? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Wow.
Once or twice in Scripture, the demon says, someone says, what is your name? And the demon says legions, because there are many of us.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You can have more than one.
Okay.
I lost count at 27.
Okay.
In my book, I list the ones that I know of.
Okay.
There are many.
Okay.
I'll let you read my book when it's done.
Okay.
It doesn't excuse me from my behavior.
Right.
I want to make that clear. It doesn't excuse me for being the jerk that I was. But it can explain some of it, doesn't excuse it.
Okay.
Because I was in control. I could have stopped it at any point in time.
Could you have gotten rid of the demon by yourself?
Yes, if I would have known how to. I know how to now, but if I would have known how to then, I could have.
What does it take to do it?
You call it, you ask. The method that I use is you ask the demon in the name of Jesus his name.
Oh, yeah, right.
And by what authority he is in the person. You have to find out what authority they have to be there. And then once you find out the authority, you have to break the authority in the name of Jesus and then send them to Christ to deal with. You don't deal with them yourself. You send them to Jesus Christ, and he can make up his mind what he wants to do with them. That's up to Jesus to do, not up to me.
Okay.
I just break the authority and tell them to leave in the name of Jesus. And I could have done that to myself.
Okay.
And I will if I've ever discover I have a demon again, I'll take care of it myself.
How long ago was the last one?
Let me see. We're talking 4 years ago.
Oh, wow. Okay, well that's recent enough to now did they so you have like, do you know all, you said 20, right? Is that what you said?
About 27. I lost count around 27.
Wow. And did you know, I mean, you may not know their names now, but did you know each of their names?
Well, they go like this. There's lust, there's anger, there's murder. They go by those names.
Okay.
Sexual sins, anger sins, sins of rebellion. They have those names. Now they also have real names, and you could find that out if you want. If you want to find out what their actual name that Lucifer knows them by, that Satan knows them by, you could ask that, but you're not supposed to.
Okay.
It's unimportant.
Yeah.
You stick to you major in the major, which is you have to find out what authority that they can reside in the person, why they can be there, and then you have to break that authority. You don't need to know their actual name. It's good enough if you know that their name is murder and what they specialize in is murder.
So what would make, okay, I'm not sure where I'm going to go with this, so I'm going to stumble here a little bit. But why, if you are, okay, so if you're a demon, you know obviously that there is a God and there is good and bad. But eventually the demon will be hopefully destroyed at some point. Why would you want to be a demon when you know that Jesus or God or whatever you choose is real, because you know that. You know that. You're not going, well, maybe he's real, maybe he's not. Maybe I'll follow him because I think he might be real. But you actually know that he's real, and you know the consequences of what could happen to you. Why would you follow that situation? Why would you become Satan? What's Satan's end game? Because the end game.
He wants to overthrow God. He has read the end of the book, but he doesn't believe it.
Okay.
And if it is true, he wants to take as many human beings to hell with him as is humanly possible.
But they won't.
He wants an army. He wants to resist.
But they won't cease to exist once everything's exposed.
No, he'll be tormented for eternity. He and his demons will be tormented for eternity.
Yeah, right there's your reason to not do it. If you believe in God,
makes sense to me.
You
would think, right? You would think that would change him. But see, evil was found in Satan, and they're pure evil. They're angelic beings. They're not human. They're angelic beings. They operate on a different system.
Okay.
They're either good, or they're all evil. It's not like human beings where you can find evil and good in most human beings. For an angel, it's either you're a good angel or you're a bad angel. And if you're a bad angel, you're called a demon.
Okay.
And you're all bad. There's no good in you. And they want to win. And they have a leader that tells them that they are going to win in the end. And that they will rule over mankind forever. And they have to buy the lie, because what's the alternative?
Right. Then there was spiritual affirmation, Simon's moment with Jesus. He has everything he needs, but he wants Simon. So it says, underscores that spiritual calling is not about perfection, but about presence and purpose. Then there's spiritual reinforcement. Biblical passages serve not as backdrops, but as emotional and prophetic echoes that inform each character's arc. So that's why these were all included in this episode to move on to the next thing and to realize that each of these characters' arcs are gaining traction, and they're all coming together in their own way, and a lot different from the very first season.
Yes, it's getting better.
A lot broader. Well, I mean, they're building the arc, and it's not the arc like in the ship, but in the characters' arcs. So I found it good. I thought it was interesting, especially when Mary, did her thing where she got messed up. I mean, back then it would be a lot different too, because women were not thought of as equals either, and they're just playthings, for those people that were in that scene. So your self-esteem, your reason for being is a lot different than it would be today, because women are thought a lot more equal today than they were back then. So, yeah.
I mean, for Jesus even to have females in his entourage,
right? Yes,
was absurd.
Yeah,
and uncommon.
Yeah. Yep. I found it very interesting. It was, I want to see where it's going to go from there, but I guess I'll see that partially next week. So we'll get to see number 6, I think it is. So,
yep.
Yeah, it was good. And
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's interesting from a lot of perspectives, but I still come back to looking to some things that I don't need to believe everything that I see, and I don't and I feel that some of those things are not important to me, like whether demons are real or not. That's not really that important to me because I know that some people are just evil, just, you know, and I don't blame that on demons. Mental health, yes, just like my brother was evil, as far as I'm concerned, my older brother. And there's no way you could ever change my mind about that because I saw how he treated people. I saw what he did to people. I saw what he did to me. Up until the day he died, I could not have a relationship with him. He would not allow me to have a relationship. And I wanted to have a relationship with him because he was my brother. Because I always thought, well, we should get along because we're brothers. But it was never going to happen because I believe if there was demons, he knew them. And my brother was truly evil. There are people out there. John Wayne Gacy, he was evil. I don't know if he was possessed or if he was just evil. You know, I don't know if it was a mental issue or if he was just evil. You know, we're never going to know those things. Charles Manson, you know, I don't know if he was evil or, you know, those things I wonder about. How did somebody get to a headspace of someone that would want to do people harm like that? Yeah, if we're shunned from society, like I was shunned from society for many years. And it took a long time for me to straighten out and actually become part of society. But, you know, it just, I think of where I came from and what I did to get where I am today. And I think about, you know, a lot of other people that I know that, like my friend that killed his wife and killed himself. You know, I knew him for years and years. I never saw that coming. But was he evil? Or was it a concussion? Was it CTE? What was it? It was something. There was some reason that happened. What was the reason? Well, we're never going to know. You know?
Nope.
So
and we may never know.
We will never, in my lifetime, I will never know why he killed his wife with a gun and shot himself when they had two kids, twins, upstairs sleeping. And we'll never know. And, you know, it's, I don't blame him as I did in the beginning, but through research and stuff, I really do blame CTE. I don't believe he was the person that I knew. And I do believe that he killed his wife because of CTE and then killed himself. That whole thing was just, it just blows me away. And I had been out of the business for about 4 years before he did that. And when someone told me that he did that, I was like, I don't think that's him. That's not his house. That can't be him. And you know, just, to the day I die, I'll never really understand that because I could never kill anybody, or you know, I wouldn't kill myself. Although when I was younger, there were thoughts, you know, because I couldn't figure things out. It took me a long time to figure things out. So I do understand, to a certain degree, wanting to kill yourself. But I was thankful that I was too much of a coward to do it because I've got a good life. And I don't know. It just is a weird thing. I never really, I don't know. I don't like to think of people being demonized, but it's a possibility. I can't say it doesn't happen because I don't know. It may. I like to think that it doesn't happen. I like to think that people are responsible for their choices, but maybe not.
Well, Michael, what I'll say it again. Even though I was demonized, I was still responsible for my choices.
Yeah, but you would be influenced.
I was influenced, but I didn't. When I pulled the trigger, nobody else.
Yes. Yeah. But some people are not that strong. And it took you a while to realize that that was there, that happened, that was part of your situation. And yeah, I mean, another friend of mine, her husband was a football player, pro football player, and he suffered from CTE and almost killed her. You know, it just, these things, whether they be demons or whatever, that's scary stuff. If you're at if someone's holding their hands on your throat, you know, what do you do? It does happen, and it's weird to think about that these things are happening to people. So, yeah. Anyway, all right. What do we got here? Do you want to keep
Bon Jovi for next week?
Yeah. There are a few quick stories I'd like to do just because they're time sensitive. Let me see. There was stuff I wanted to talk about. Let me see. Just make sure I'm right about this. That's not a big one in there. That one can hold. That one can hold. Actually, that was a Trump thing, or that wasn't Trump. That was a. Okay, so there were. Oh, this is one. Canada to drop retaliatory tariffs on many U.S. goods. Prime Minister Mark Carney announced yesterday, I don't know what day it was actually, but announced that Canada, where are we at here? Announced Canada will remove 25% counter tariffs on U.S. products covered under the U.S.-Mexico Canada agreement by September 1st. The move matches American policy, which exempts Canada's USMCA compliant goods from U.S. tariffs, and came after the nation's leaders spoke by phone Thursday. Canada's 25% levies on U.S. steel and autos and aluminum will hold. So that was interesting that Canada rescinded the stuff they were talking about.
The dams are breaking.
Yes. The DOJ releases recent Ghislaine Maxwell interviews.
And they found nothing.
Yeah, that's what it said. That seems to be what I'm hearing. Yes, that was interesting to me.
In fact, many people believe that the reason why she said nothing is she's looking for a pardon.
Yes. Yeah. Then I don't need to talk about that. This one, I found this one interesting. Car experts find Tesla with original power pack and nearly 500,000 miles on it. People aren't understanding how significant that is. People always talk about degradation of batteries and want to say, well, Teslas aren't that good because, the batteries die, but they don't seem to understand that we're seeing more and more of these cars with 500,000 miles on them with the same batteries. So I found that interesting. And
in other words, they will wear out, but the car will wear out before the battery will.
And chances are you can get batteries, and eventually batteries are going to be cheaper because the more they make them, the cheaper they're going to become, and then the vehicles become cheaper too. Tesla owner shares a review after his electric driving. This is kind of interesting too. his honest review. The more I drive this car, what do you think he's going to say?
I have no idea. I like it more.
Okay, so in a TikTok video, first-time owner Alan Tran shared a refreshing, honest review about the savings so far and how they believe they'll be able to save even more in the future with electric vehicles. In the first year of owning a Tesla, Tran spent $1,432 on charging, with an estimated savings of about $334. Trans admits being surprised by these amounts, saying, honestly, he expected to save way more than that. He didn't think that that was very, that's not an incentive to buy a car. But he points out the true cost of owning a car is not just being affected by gas, but what drivers spend on maintenance. In Tran's case, went from spending tens of thousands of dollars on repairs over just a few years on their previous car to spending $600 to replace 2 tires after putting 15,000 miles on it. So, the big savings on this is the big picture, in that you don't have to get oil changes. You don't have to worry about your car's motor blowing up. You don't have to get pistons, spark plugs. You don't have to get engine rebuilt. And all that stuff comes into play when you're talking about the long term of a vehicle. If you're leasing it, you won't see it as much because you only have the car for a couple of years. But if you own the car and you're responsible, I haven't put, other than put tires and energy in my car, electric in my car, I've put nothing in this car. I mean, that's not true because I had that accident and I had to put a piece of money into that. But had that not happened, I had next to no repairs on this car. From day-to-day driving, if I didn't have the accident, I wouldn't have had that kind of money spent, and I would have been just basically electric and those 2 tires that I put on. You don't have to change the oil. You don't have to, all that stuff is not there. You don't have to worry about it. And everyone used to say, well, what if you run out of electric? Well, what if you run out of gas? Hopefully you don't let your car go down that much. And hopefully you're smart enough that if you see you're low on gas or electric, you get it, you do the right thing. But if you let it go, it could be an issue. So I just want to say from the standpoint of that, it's kind of important that people, as they do with their gas cars, take care of their electric cars too. Then there was stuff here. I just want to make sure there was some things that did have. Okay, this is so bizarre. TSA bans new item from checked luggage. You're never going to believe what this item is. The item has to do with hair drying. Buyers thinking twice about what they pack in their beauty bag. On August 20th, the TSA, I hate this. Let's pop it up. Announced things that heating elements flyers can no longer take to the airport. The items have been flagged by the FAA for potentially dangerous materials. So you can't, for someone that has one that's powered by a battery, they don't want them because they could have battery problems and explode. I found that interesting. And
so you can have plug-in, but you can't have battery operated.
Yes, it's the batteries that people once again are talking about. Here, parents were charged after an 11-year-old gives birth at home. They say they didn't know she was pregnant. How do you not know? You have to, I mean, I just, I mean, these people here look creepy enough. The child's grandmother who lives with the family says no one knew she was pregnant as the neighbors talk about the alleged conditions at home, including lack of running water for years despite having 6 kids and pets. 11-year-old girl in Oklahoma has become a parent as her own parents are now facing charges of felony child neglect. But the grandmother of the new mom who lived with the family, insists to the news station that no one knew the girl was 36 weeks pregnant. I guess they thought.
How do you not know?
And how do you get an 11-year-old pregnant? There's got to be an issue there. And the 11-year-old and her 5 younger siblings have been all removed from the family. So she was the oldest of all those siblings. I don't understand. That this stuff blows me away. Here's one. Bride and groom who met while working at a senior center invite the residents of the senior center to their wedding. That was kind of cool. I mean, when you figure that chances are that they spend a lot of time working there, they probably don't have a lot of friends that they hang out with that would like to go to their wedding.
That's cool.
There was also, I read it today, and I don't have the article, but do you remember a while back we talked about Elon Musk's, there's a program that he's been working on to help people be able to see again who can't see. Apparently they have just, maybe, no, they don't. He just had someone that they operated on that just went through the stuff, and I believe he can see. I don't have the article. I thought I had that one. I want to talk about that one. It's still too early to know whether or not it's going to work or not. But I guess that's the only. The other ones are not time sensitive. But that's one thing I'd like to find out is where this is the neurological thing. It might be a guy that can't do it paralyzed that can move. I forget what it is, but that's something we'll talk about next week because I'll look for that article. I found it really interesting though. I'm surprised I didn't put it in here. I thought I had that. I don't have it. Anyway, we can stop there.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure that anything that I had that was times, I thought I had more time sensitive stuff. So, all right. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, we ended up having a good show after all. It was it was touch and go there at the beginning because nothing was working. I'm going to try to get that other computer up and running and see what happens, and hopefully we can offload some of the stuff that we're doing on that computer. Because it's funny because now I can move my mouse without any problems. But earlier today, when we were trying to run, I couldn't control my mouse.
So you think it is bandwidth?
I think so. So hopefully, with 2 computers running, we can get things working better. So I want to see this work like it should. But I'm pretty sure we can get things working back the way it should be. If I'm offloading a lot of this stuff, it'll make a difference. So, all right. Well then, I guess this is it. I'm going to see if this plays, and if it doesn't play, well, we'll just go before the before the thing ends up not playing and see what happens. So let's see here. I'll talk to you next week.
Take care, everyone.
Well, maybe